What do these guitar tone buzzwords mean?
Hey everyone, welcome to That Pedal Show. Dan here.
Mick here, hello. So this show and the one after it is all about guitar tone buzzwords. Creamy.
Saucy.
Saucy's not in there. First of all, please go to That Pedal Show store and buy stuff. That's how we fund this show. And also, please subscribe if you feel so inclined. It does help the dear old algorithm.
Yeah. Even if you don't feel so inclined, do it anyway.
Do it anyway.
Right.
Okay, guitar tone buzzwords then. Gentlemen. Do they mean me? Gentlemen, you've been set this challenge by a great many TPS viewers, not least Redbird Jazz, who says, I'd love to see a show where you demonstrate common guitar tone buzzwords. Bonus points for any where the two of you don't agree on the definition.
There'll be bonus points.
This came in via a VCQ, I think, and as the VCQ was happening, that's our viewer comments and questions show on a Monday, loads of people put words in. So I've been through all the words, and I've been through all the words in the comments that followed and selected 22 of the most common.
Oh my goodness.
We'll do 11 this show and 11 the next show because, you know, why do 10? Now,
because when we can go to 11.
Thusly, you each have to pick words from the Fez of Truth.
Fez of Truth.
And offer a coherent and compelling explanation complete with a sound demonstration.
Okay.
There are 11 words in the hat, and you must be brief with each one. Bonus points for offering an opposite buzzword to help your explanation.
Love it.
Bring forward the Fez of Truth.
Fez of Truth.
Just to explain, we've got 3 common or garden amplifiers, a Vox AC30, a 50-watt Marshall, and a mid-power 60-watt Fender to cover anything we might need to cover. There's also a basic pedal board, and what we'll do, if we feel the need, we will swap out those overdrive pedals.
Yes.
In order to demonstrate things.
Fez of Truth. Rummaging around in the hole.
Buzzword 1.
Brittle.
Brittle, okay. All right, first thing then, let's ask 3 questions. What is Brittle about?
2 things. Frequency, like EQ, and limiting, the way it distorts.
Okay, do you consider it a positive or a negative?
Context. So in the context of an edgy, punky thing.
Too many buzzwords?
All right. In the context of a band where you want it to be upfront and in your face, it can be really good. If you want it to be, delicate, maybe not.
Yeah, brittle for me, literally always bad.
Oh, okay.
So there we go, we disagree. Do we agree? No. Is it something you associate with clean or overdrive or both?
Both.
Okay, I only associate it with overdrive.
Well, I guess it's associated with overdrive in the way that it distorts, and that can be on a clean sound.
Yeah.
If it's brittle.
How are you going to demonstrate brittle then, Dan?
Okay, the amp, I think we're going to use the Marshall treble channel and get it hurty.
Okay.
No pedals, I don't think we need for this one. Turn the reverb off.
There's no better demonstration of this than a Marshall Plexi with the bright cap in place. This bright cap is removed, so it's not as brittle as it would be.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to tweak the knobs? Shall I tweak the knobs?
If you tweak the knobs.
Yeah.
It sounds too good.
Keep going.
Yeah. So, it's a really cool sound, but that top end, it is so upfront and in your face, and it's exactly what I mean by it's a clean thing, but the harshness is where it's breaking up.
Yeah.
I think that's a perfect example of brittle.
Bing! Agree!
Thanks to Paul Matt for that suggestion. And also, just to say as well, bridge pickup on a telly, or I think single coil bridge pickup on any guitar, you'd have the same thing.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Here you go.
Fez of Truth.
Rummage around in my hat hole.
Okay, this is from Maren Edwards. Maren Edwards, thank you. And the term is Pokey.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, I think the Marshall is great for this as well. Okay, so first off, what's it about? It's about transients and it's about EQ.
Yes.
So it's about
Agreed.
a certain EQ at a certain transient.
Yes.
Is it positive or negative? I would say it's predominantly, it's both.
It is both.
If you're too loud and punching through a mix, people would use it in a negative way. If it's just a great, like, doing its job guitar tone, it would be positive.
Yeah, I think it's a bit more negative for me, but yes, it can absolutely be both.
And is it clean or overdrive? For me, Pokey would be clean to very light overdrive. Because of the transient nature of the attack,
Yes.
by the time you're heavily overdriving, it could be overdriven as well if it's really loud.
Okay.
No?
I think it can be cleaner or overdriven because you can be overdriven as long as you still have those transients and that mid-range hump.
Yeah. Good guitar to demonstrate this. Something with mid-range, because in the EQ bit, I'm talking about mid-range.
You're on a P90 if we've got
Yeah,
one.
I don't have any P90s.
Well, I've got one here.
1961 Les Paul Jr., just in case you were wondering about that. So this, for me, we'll start with the Marshall, and then I'm going to introduce the graphic equalizer as kind of a part B. Would you mind, while I'm setting this up, would you mind just setting all that flat, Dan?
Yes.
Pokey means, to me, mids between about 900 and 2K. That's what it means. So we'll set the graphic EQ flat and it's not on. I'll just turn the Marshall on and I'll get a sound that I would consider pokey. It's on the way there.
Yeah.
But for me, it's kind of overdriving too much. So
And
actually,
it's still pretty fat.
the amp is, what I've done is I've turned the mids up, turned the treble up, take some of the bass out maybe, turn the presence up, the treble up, and the middle up, bit more volume, and we'll see if this is really, I mean, it's pretty pokey to be fair. It's certainly going to poke through the mix.
Yep.
So if we just give it some of those frequencies I was talking about earlier. And this is slightly exaggerated, so we've centered it on 1K and sort of done that.
I'm just going to add to that and take a little bit of the bottom end out here. Like some of the subs out and just like that.
Yeah. And that's bordering into the sort of unpleasant part of pokey for me, where it's like really, really nosy. And if we just do the opposite a sec, bearing in mind, we've changed nothing on the amp.
Yep.
We've just changed the EQ. Now this would remove the poke for me.
I think it's pretty good. I think if we had a bit more time, we'd get there.
If I was going to do it again, I'd put a tube screamer into a Klon, but that is a different thing. So pokey Fast transients in mid-range EQs is what it means.
Yeah. I think you got there.
All
Anyway.
right. Okay. Where's the Fez of Truth gone?
Fez of Truth.
Rummaging around in your hat hole, baby. Okay, this one. From G Budge and from Zucker1, Punchy.
Okay, so how does Punchy differ from Pokey?
Pokey for me is more defined. It's more very specifically around the mid-range.
Okay.
Punchy can be a bit thicker, a bit nicer on the ear, but with attack. But it still can be pleasant.
So again, Punchy is about transients, is it?
It's about transients, but it's a bit warmer.
Okay, how are we going to demonstrate this?
I'll tell you, I'm going to get a Les Paul.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into the AC30.
Okay. Punchy then.
Punchy. Okay, so this is just a Les Paul into the AC30. Yeah, okay.
That would be a fairly good demonstration of Pokey. Because it's got those mids, right? Mids, another term. By mids, I mean 700 to 1K in this instance.
Yeah. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the tube screamer on. Yeah, I don't know. I think the amp is too warm. Can we just plug into the Marshall?
Mental.
Right. So,
If you stand on that now, I think we'll be there.
yep.
I'll tell you what it needs for punch for me.
Right. I think we got pretty close.
Agree?
Yeah, I think we got pretty close. You can't have punch without volume because it's a physical thing. You've got to feel it go, ugh.
That's why I put the bottom end into the amp and the EQ.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
But also, the reason we couldn't get there on the Vox is because the Vox was already limiting.
Yeah.
So I had no dynamic left. You've got to have some sort of dynamic so that when I go, the amp goes bang.
Yeah.
And that is kind of,
Yeah.
wah.
It's interesting because I should have brought a dictionary really, because if you think about the literal meanings of the terms,
Right.
poke is kind of a sharp,
Okay.
isn't it? And punch is a much more
Yeah.
a chest.
Yeah.
Not necessarily suggesting anyone goes and punches anyone in the chest, but you've got to feel the punch in a different way that you feel the poke.
Yeah. Poke is annoying. Punch is brutal.
Yeah. That's great. I like that.
Okay.
Okay, number 3. Transparent. So this is that Bob
This
guy.
is 4.
Oh yeah. That Bob guy, Brian Carpenter, Steve 9292, and so many others. I'm just going to say from the off, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
What it means is something that's not there.
Yeah.
I don't know about the dictionary definition of transparent. Like, if you consider a pane of glass, is it transparent if it's red, see-through, or is that translucent?
That's translucent. But transparent doesn't mean completely clear.
No, that's not what it has come to mean.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it can be, but it doesn't have to be.
So what's it about? It's about EQ, and it is about EQ, because the way that it gets used most commonly is in terms of overdrive pedals.
Yes.
So obviously you need overdrive or a boost, maybe some sort of gain, but that doesn't change the EQ too much from your core sound. So things that aren't transparent, set in their common way. Ibanez Tube Screamer, too much mid.
Yeah.
Boss Metal Zone, not enough mid if you use it in a metal sound.
Mm-hmm.
It's really something that keeps the EQ intact and keeps your core guitar tone intact. Is it a positive or a negative term? I would say it is almost always used in a positive way. I don't hear anyone saying
people like it.
Too transparent.
Yeah, that's right. People like it.
Is it a clean or overdrive thing? It's predominantly a boost and overdrive thing. Mm-hmm. And do we agree so far?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to use, let's use the Fender, seeing as we haven't used that yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to swap out one of these overdrive pedals. I'm going to leave something on there that is not transparent.
Okay,
and put on something that I would consider to be transparent.
Okay, great.
We're using the Fender amp. It's a DeVille 212 ML edition, which is a nice, round, clean Fender sound that we like. I've swapped out the whatever was on there before, the SD9, for the Vimiram Shanks, because I sort of remember it as being fairly transparent.
Okay.
The most transparent thing you can get is a pure, clean boost.
Right.
So if you were to use something like the Thorpe
Heavy Water
on the first channel, you can't get any more transparent than that.
Yeah,
so
and that's just
we'll take that as read. But when we get into overdrive, so something that isn't transparent. Here's our lovely Fender clean sound. And what more transparent would you want than a lovely 1961 Strat? Okay. And you're like, I really like that clean sound. What I want is just more. But with a bit of overdrive and to take some of the transients away. Mm-hmm. So it's like, maybe the Ibanez Tube Screamer could do that job for me. It's a really lovely sound, but significant lift in mid-range and really quite compressed. Let's see if we can get there with the Shanks and if it is actually any different. Boom.
Great.
I think that qualifies as transparent.
Yeah. So,
Bing.
Very good. No major EQ change. The change is in the transients, the way it compresses, but it doesn't fundamentally mess with the tone.
Yeah.
Very cool, man.
And I had forgotten how much we like that.
Yeah, it's great.
That's killer. Yeah, okay. Can you do it with EQ? Yeah. You can do it sort of with EQ, but just to sort of finish it off, I think it's as much about the transient of the note and the sort of compression characteristics I'm trying not to use any more buzzwords.
Yes.
Transient is not a buzzword and compression is not a buzzword. They are physical things. So that it's not overly compressed.
Yep.
And that the tone remains the same as you say.
Very good. Very good. Okay.
Winning.
Number 5. Fez of Truth.
Fez of Truth.
Chewy.
Oh, God.
Damnest, Jeff Harper, Scott Gaylor, and Jim B at 2577. Chewy. Whoa. Okay.
What is it about them? What's Chewy about for you?
Right. Chewy is
world's worst Chewbacca impression.
Chewy is fundamentally about the overdrive characteristic. All right, about the way that the transient reacts. It's sort of there's top end to it, but it's very compressed as well.
So you think it's about overdrive?
I think that. So imagine toffee, right?
Yeah.
And you're chewing it. It's like, and you sink into it.
In all seriousness, it is worth thinking about the literal names of these,
Yeah.
the literal definitions of these words.
Yeah.
And I would totally agree.
Yeah.
So
Imagine you're biting a rock
frequencies.
or you're biting a bit of toffee. Frequencies. There is definitely, it's warm with bottom, not a huge amount of mid-range that's a harsh mid-range, but there's a top end to it that's pleasant, but very precise.
Totally about low mids for me.
Right.
It's definitely, Chewy is, for me anyway, is definitely not about treble.
But you've got to have the chewiness to me. I agree, but you have to have a little bit of that
Okay.
transient in
Well,
there.
Let's get Chewy.
All right. I know exactly what I need for this. Let's just cross the road. Give me 2 seconds. So I'm definitely thinking about those warm mids, but I'm thinking about compression within the overdrive. Because if I think I'm chewing into something, it's sinking in
Yeah.
like a bed that's too soft. Right?
Okay. And you want to use the Fender?
I want to use the Fender because I want to hear the top end detail and I
Okay.
want the compression to come from the overdrive pedal. Very clear, defined, lots of reverb. So now, if I put this on and I... I'm nearly there. I want to go on to the Vox.
Just before you do, for me,
Too much top end?
it's neck pickup like 10th to 12th fret all the way is what Chewy means to me.
Okay, all
Try
right.
that. Try some soloing around the 10th to... Because on a Strat this would be. I don't know
Okay.
if it... And then we'll go to the Vox.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
That is what Chewy means to me.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Chewy does not exist on the top strings, in
Yeah,
my
right.
opinion.
Okay, it's too much transient.
I don't know if you agree, but it's that, like, it's almost woody. Yeah, very much the kind of A, D, and G strings.
But you have to have the top end in there because you have to hear the sizzle, but that bottom end has to sort of almost fall in on itself.
Definitely doesn't exist without bottom end.
Yeah.
Which means bass frequencies, below 100 hertz and below. You want to try the Vox?
Just quickly, because I'm just wondering if the amp is also caving in a little bit.
I'm actually surprised you chose the Fender, because for me, that Vox mid-range is the epitome of Chewy.
Right, okay.
But, like they say, like we say, it all means different things to different people. We've said this before on that pedal show. On Dan's Vox, he's in the normal channel and there's a bit of tape stuck on the top panel. And it's basically goes between 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock and it says clean and crunch. And it is at 2 o'clock, which I'm assuming is where you want it.
That's where I want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for Chewy then, unless the amp is really caving in, I'm not sure how much a bridge single coil thing it is. It could be a bridge humbucker thing, but
Okay. All right. Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Yeah. No. So the bridge, the single coil on the bridge is too quick.
Yeah.
Too quick for Chewy. But the neck.
So in conclusion, are we going to draw a distinction between bitey and Chewy then?
Yeah, because bitey is
Bitey,
faster.
Chewy.
Bitey and Chewy. There we go. Very good. I call the big one bitey.
What's
we
this,
have
number
to.
6? Is this ever going to end?
Is this 6 or 7?
I don't know.
No, 6. I think 6. No, this is 7. We got 6 more to go after this one.
I don't know. Air.
Air.
And Airy, and this is Jack Hookings. Jack, thank you for air and airy. It is actually a phrase that a word I use quite a lot, air. And for me, air is predominantly it's first and foremost about EQ, and it is describing EQ frequencies that you sort of hear 8K and up.
Yeah.
And now there are people that say guitar speakers don't go that high. Get yourself a graphic equalizer on your door, push it up there, you'll hear it. And in terms of EQ, for me, it is predominantly a clean thing, but it absolutely exists in low gain as well.
Right.
I would associate it most commonly with single coils, but again, nice vintage sounding PAF humbucker totally is there as well. And it is those high frequencies and the space that they exist in. So what goes hand in hand with that is reverb.
Yeah.
And if you hear those frequencies swirling around in that reverb, that means air to me. So the guitar I would use we'll go back into the Fender, although honestly, for shits and giggles, let's do it with the Marshall.
Yeah. The Marshall's good. I think you need headroom.
Yeah.
Because if you go into the Vox and the Vox is turned up, you'll certainly hear top end, but you won't hear the definition in those top end frequencies because it'll limit too much.
And the reason I've chosen the Marshall is because I think you hear quite a bit of air in Hendrix's clean sounds.
Yes.
So, and to be further controversial, I think rosewood board strats do air better than maple board strats.
Yeah, I like it.
Maple board strats do punch and bite. Buzzwords. And I think Rosewood does the air. The full-on pickup positions, there's air there, but there is more air.
In positions 2 and 4, right?
Yeah,
That's exactly what I was going to say.
So at the moment, we'll just have no ambient effects on it. It'll just be the guitar into the amp. And we're just here listening for the frequency response, okay? So we'll start in position 5 and I'll go to position 4.
That was a perfect example of air.
Good.
Very good. Nailed that one, I would say.
That's what it means to me,
Yeah,
you know?
Fez of Truth.
Scratchy from Mocha Joe. Scratchy and Brittle
Yeah.
are like interchangeable for me.
I 100% agree.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've already done
we
Brittle.
don't need to do that
We don't
again.
need to do it. So want to see Scratchy? See Brittle. 100% agree?
I 100%
We are
agree.
agreed. All right. Done.
Yeah.
You go.
I might make one qualification,
Right.
and that is Scratchy has got more bottom end than Brittle.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. All right, number 379. Hair and hairy. So I just had air and airy. Now I've got hair and hairy. All right, that Bob guy and vintage radius. Suggested. Thank you. Hair is another term I use all the time. Right, this absolutely is about EQ and overdrive.
Yes.
And it is predominantly about the treble frequencies that are present with single coil guitars in overdrive tones. Is it positive or negative? I usually use it in a positive way.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't, if you weren't saying hair or hairy and you were trying to be pejorative and negative, you would probably say brittle and scratchy. Yeah.
What I would say, think about hair, it's a covering. It's not.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's not about. The original is still there with a covering of hair on it.
I like it. If you want to attach it to a music genre, I would say the rock players who use single coil pickups. So Yngwie,
Love it.
Ritchie Blackmore.
Yes, love it.
And it can exist on neck pickups too.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can get some of it. Whether the Overlord or the Tube Screamer will do it. You know, I tell you what, SD9 chosen quite deliberately because it looks kind of the same as a Tube Screamer, but they couldn't be more different in EQ response.
Yeah.
So,
Do you think the SD9's flatter? Let's see.
it's
Let's see.
certainly
You
got
show
a
me.
lot more hair.
Yeah.
Not least because if you look at how Landau used to run his, it's like the tone knob, but like off
Oh, okay.
or really down.
Right.
So we'll just leave it up, obviously, for a second, and we'll see if we can hear any hair in this sound.
All right.
Compared to the dear old Tube Screamer, it's also not very loud. So let's do that. This could be a shock, Dan.
Shock me, baby.
We'll stay in the Marshall because it's so much fun. Right. So you hear how the TS just
Takes over.
and takes a lot of those high frequencies and,
Yeah.
and flattens them off a
Yep.
bit. Look. Compare that with this. And it is. Jesus.
That's incredible. That is wild.
Carried away.
Now, I think that's a perfect example because you can hear the fizz sat on top. Funnily enough, you could do the same thing with a metal zone.
Yeah,
the metal
yeah,
zone
yeah,
has
yeah.
a fizz that sits on top.
Yeah.
That's a perfect example of hair. I love that.
I like it because there's treble and then there's hair.
Yes.
And it's the sort of histrionic fizz that exists above what we might consider treble. I've just forgotten how much I love that.
Yeah. And the Marshall, that's the most extraordinary sound.
With a flipping old silly Strat with single coil pickups.
Amazing.
Killer.
Beautiful.
Right. We're galloping towards
All right,
the
here we
final
go.
furlong, my friend.
Here you go.
Fez of Truth.
Give me an easy one. Give me volume. Okay. Right. James Davies and Oliver Hutton. Glassy.
Oh,
Now,
this is hard.
it's hard, but when you were saying about
Air and airy and hair.
Air and
hairy.
air, yeah, yeah.
Brittle.
It's the difference. Air in a Marshall is the Marshall Air is to me what Glassy is in the Fender. It's more. It has more upper mids
Okay.
in it.
Is Glassy about, what's it about?
It's a clean thing.
So it's a clean thing.
It's a clean thing.
Is it about EQ? Is it about
Very-
transients?
It's yes. It's EQ and transients. It's quick. Glassy isn't spongy.
Right?
It's a quick thing.
Yeah, because
It's a single coil thing.
what sound does glass make?
Exactly. But there is a. If you think about what sound a glass makes, it's not just about the upper frequencies. There is also an upper mid there, and that for me is personified in a Fender,
Yeah.
as opposed to a Marshall.
Can we say there's no brittle in Glassy?
No,
Or is there?
there is brittle and glassy. Absolutely,
There is.
glass is brittle,
Yeah.
but brittle is uncomfortable. Brittle is harsh.
Yeah.
Glassy isn't necessarily. It can be, but glassy isn't harsh.
So before you demonstrate then, I want to say like Glassy for me is that high watt.
Yeah, that's cool.
The high watt clean sound, which is not overdriving and there's no anywhere.
Yeah.
But the treble is, oh my God, it's there.
Yeah.
And it's like, so anyway, sorry, you were saying, what amp do you want, mate?
Right. Oh, so I want the Fender.
All right, I'll do that.
Okay. So it's very quick, but it's still beautiful. Now,
I would totally describe that as glassy.
yeah, absolutely. Now I can accentuate that a little bit more with EQ. What I would do, I would leave the hair in it. I would pull a little bit of the, 1K out, and maybe add a little bit of, just a little bit. It's not. I'm not after a smiley thing as such. What I'm after is
No, glass means with mids present to me.
right. Yeah. So I'm not trying to scoop.
Yeah.
Them. Yeah.
If you think about like tink something metal on a wine glass, on a wine bottle, like I do to Catherine in the evening. Bring me more wine. That mid-range kind of is important in glass to me.
Yeah.
Like, because if it's without that, you're into brittle.
As long as it's quick enough.
Yeah. It must have a hard transient.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so the final thing on that, if we're calling that glassy,
Yep.
then we would call this woolly. So I'll go from glassy to woolly.
Yep. 100%.
Just as a good contrast, and all I did there was turn the presence down, the treble down, turn the bright switch off, and turn the bass up.
Yep.
It's hardly rocket science, but I think worth the comparison.
Yeah. There you go.
God. Last one,
Last
Dan.
one.
Last one.
Fez of Truth.
Sorry if this is a bit hard to get through. I'll try and tighten it up in the edit.
That's great.
Honest.
Oh, okay.
Honest is... I've been guilty of using this term on the show, and this is from Bran. Thank you, Bran.
Had one for breakfast this morning.
I've been using this term quite a lot at the moment. We've used it. What this to me means is not too much gain, but gainy enough. So what's it about? It's about predominantly transients, gain, compression. Transients is hand in hand with compression, because obviously the more compression you have, the less transient you have. So the epitome of an honest guitar sound for me would be something like Rich Robinson, High Watt or Reeves or whatever it is he uses. You know, just gain with volume, but never ever super fizzy or losing the smack in the gob. And I'm very pleased this is last, because it's obviously the Marshall.
Yeah, and I would agree 100%. Honest in that you can hear everything. It's going to keep you honest. All right, there's no getting away with anything.
Yeah, nice.
Right? It's going to keep you honest.
Because if you pile loads of gain on and loads of... Can you have ambient effects in this? Yes, you can, but not too much.
Yeah.
So no honest guitar sound is absolutely soaked in reverb and delay.
Yeah.
And
agreed, 100%.
Rotary speaker, right?
100%. 100%.
So I'll just switch over to the Marshall. Okay,
I think it's a perfect choice for this.
it's a toss-up between three guitars for me.
Right.
Of the guitars that I play regularly, either this 345, my 335, or the Les Pauls. So predominantly a Gibson thing. I think it's just as valid with P90s, but for the guitars that I play, I've gone with this one in the first instance because it does have quite the mid-honk to it, this guitar.
Yeah.
So there's...
And I think that's important, because that it's the mid-range frequencies that you're going to hear that are going to keep you honest.
Yeah, so let's see if it's in tune. Near
Beautiful.
enough. Close enough for rock and roll. Okay. So we want the Marshall set loud, but not too overdriving. And that's tough in a 50 watt because they will overdrive pretty quick. The most honest version of this sound is with the 100 watt plexi, but we're not doing that today. Right.
Do you want a jumper?
Uh,
You don't have. Well, yeah, that's a good.
do we need to jump the channels? Let's try without, and if we can continue without, we'll just leave it there.
Yeah,
Because this will be pretty honest. I'm just going to turn the volume up to about 2 and a bit on this one. It will overdrive there. So let's see if this is honest, Dan, shall we? Oh, money. Guitar, amp, no mucking about.
You ready?
Yeah.
Who needs pedals? That is outrageous.
I'm going to do one thing.
I think that is a perfect example.
I will add some of the low channel in
Okay.
and the tiniest bit of reverb. It's hard work. You've got to warm up into that.
Yeah. I liked it without the jumper channel.
Yeah.
I think it was more honest.
Well, let's try it. Let's try it without the jumper channel and with the
the
reverb.
reverb in.
And this will be the last, I promise.
Out of town. That's outrageous.
Pretty good sound.
That's fabulous. But for me, I love the jumper channel thing. I love how fat it is. But that it sits in that really great place where it's like you hear everything and that keeps you honest.
So in that sound, I think what we also had on the top was a bit of brittle. It was crunching up in the high end, which I can hear going, which is an essential part of rock guitar sound, right? But the reason we don't call it brittle at that point is because all the lows and the mids and everything else is holding it together.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, it might be on the recording that translates a bit more brittleness, but because we're hearing the punch.
Yeah. Very good.
Did we say punch? Yeah.
Yeah.
And because we're hearing the poke.
Yes.
So I guess in summing up, these terms we use, right? But they're always contextual.
Yes, very much so.
And that's why I wanted to suggest if we thought about them as positive or negative.
Okay, yeah.
Because the context, I think, defines whether they're positive or negative.
Yeah.
But
I agree completely.
you had something earlier you wanted to say. What was that?
Right. It all starts with the guitar. It is completely guitar dependent. There's no way I could show you a Glassy sound with my SG. There's no way I could show you a, the old Gibsons and they're warm. And not that they've got plenty of mids, but what they don't have is that, the Glassy, the air thing, position 2 and 4.
Not really available on a Les Paul.
No. So
not to that level.
yeah, I think so much of it starts with the choice of instrument, which is why, if you think about a producer, why they have lots of guitars. Because you can mess around with EQ till the cows come home, but if you're not generating it at the source, you're fighting an uphill battle all the way.
Killer.
Yeah.
Killer.
I love this.
We hope you enjoyed that. We were going to film the next version of this straight after this, but let's not do that.
No.
We want you to define the next bunch of words.
Okay.
So
all right.
anything we
that.
haven't done today, define the next bunch of words for us, and then we'll make that the next 11 words.
Okay, I dig that.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Good. Let us know if you think we were successful, if we got anything wrong, or if it makes more sense or makes you even more confused.
Can't wait to hear this back. Because being in the room with it was like, yes, that's it. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
So
Just sounds like a guitar to me, Dave.
yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Massive thank you to anyone that's gone to thatpedalshowstore.com and grabbed some merchandise. There's still time to get stuff for Christmas.
There is.
Come on. With some really
Actually, there
fantastic
isn't.
things.
There isn't.
If it goes out this Friday.
It's not going out this Friday.
All right, fair enough. So you've missed out on Christmas, maybe for New Year.
What you need is a New Year gift.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Chinese Christmas, New Year.
Yeah. To make yourself feel happier.
There you go. Massive thank you to our patrons on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. And also to our preferred retailers. Anderton's in the UK and Europe, and in Australia we have the wonderful Pedal Empire in Brisbane.
Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Good. We'll see you next time for more silliness.
Beautiful.
Bye-bye.
Bye.